When Indian automaker Tata bought Jaguar, there were a lot of people who were concerned that maybe that was the wrong choice to have a maker of economical, or some would say cheap cars, third world cars, building a premier luxury and sports car brand. What they seem to forget is that of all of the countries that have been assimilated by the Brits over the years, few have retained their Britishness as much as India has. And few nations understand the Brits the way the Indian community does. So it makes perfect sense that the new buyers would keep the heritage, and moving forward would build cars that were definitely worthy of the Jaguar brand. The Jaguar XK name is as full of history as the brand itself, dating back to C-type Jags and the legendary D-type, and later on the E-type or XKE, the car that is still considered one of the most beautiful cars ever designed by an awful lot of people. So this 2012 Jag XKR is a spiritual successor to those cars that raced at Le Mans and some of the great road races of Europe and the UK, even the States for that matter, back in the 50s and 60s. With the shifter in sport mode, you've got all 510 horsepower pretty much at the tip of your toes. It means you need to keep your wits about you because the electronic nannies are dialed back a little bit, meaning that, you know, mid-corner the back end might step out a little bit on you. It's generally a little bit more fun to drive, but it's also it requires a little bit more focus and input from the driver. It's an awful lot of fun. From a practicality standpoint, although the XKR is a 2+2, it really should be considered a two-seater. I unexpectedly had to pick up two passengers and fold a 13-year-old and a guitar into the back seat, and there really isn't an awful lot of room back there. Front seats, fabulous. Just forget about the back seat. The XKR really is a grand tour in every sense of the word. With the shift control in drive, it's the quietest, most luxurious ride that you're going to find in a big coupe. The interior is nothing short of stunning, with the Alcantara headline and panels, lovely stitched leather and brushed metal finishes. It's top-notch all the way, as one would expect in a car costing nearly $110,000. Flip that switch over to sport mode, however, and start using the paddle shifters, and the car does a real Jekyll and Hyde on you. While this Jag is by no means an inexpensive car, it's one of the few cars in its price bracket that truly embraces the heritage of the cars that have gone before it from its brand. You can tell, I mean, just looking at the car, that this is a Jaguar, and it really does live up to the brand in every way.
But it's